Hello, how's it going? I'm Joe, if you're new around here. This is Football Manager 2023. We are finally here for the beta period, and of course my Newcastle United save. I absolutely adored doing a Newcastle save last year. I'm going to go for the same again, trying to take Newcastle to glory and basically go as long as I can with Newcastle, and we'll see if we can win Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues, of course, that sort of thing in this series. So I'm really looking forward to it. Make sure you leave a like if you do enjoy the video. It would be fantastic if we could hit 100 likes for the first episode of the series. And of course, get involved down in the comments section. Let me know who is going to be your first save in FM23. Now, before we get into the action, I do just want to promote that I am an affiliate partner of 2Game. And if you use the code CGS at the checkout, you will get an extra 5% off on Football Manager 2023 if you buy it before the 8th of November when it comes out. Already a 20% discount for pre-ordering. That's an extra 5% that you will get courtesy of the code CGS. There will be a video towards the end, sort of explaining that, and a link down below in the description and in the comments for you to have a little look at. But I really would appreciate it if you could check that out. So yes, it is going to be a Newcastle United save. I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully, we'll have a load of laughs along the way. I'll try and keep this series daily as long as I can. And then we'll head into a proper schedule. But I really want my Football Manager save to be more in-depth this year, more looking at every single decision that I'm going to make, and, try not to rush through the season too much like I've been guilty of in the past, and I'm certainly not going to do a second series. So if I even talk about doing a second series, you've got to let me know down in the comment section. No, stick with Newcastle. Once that's done, then we'll do something else. Maybe a journeyman, like we have in previous years. But without further ado, first things first, I need to go and make myself an avatar. So I'll be back and I'll do that in a second. Here we are then, ready and raring to go with our very first save in Football Manager 2023. And there's always something, I think, rather special about the first ever save that you do. So let's get ourselves into it. Of course, we are going to be with Newcastle United, but I have just remembered I need to do the preferences first, so I'll see you guys in a second. Here we go then, let's get ourselves into the action. So we are going to be going into normal career mode, and interesting to see some of the badges in there for some of the teams. I'm not entirely sure. Whether that's because I'm copying over all of my graphics from last year at the moment, or whether these actually have some partnerships this year. Leicester, of course, have had in the past. But yeah, maybe Manchester City do have Football Manager ties this year. Can't quite remember who has and who hasn't. Brighton are in there as well. Obviously, Everton have had partnerships in the past, but we will be going with the Big Toon Army, who are having a very, very good season this year. And we'll get ourselves into it. So here we go, loading game database. We will, I think, just keep it to England for this first save. There's no real need to expand it anymore. Let's keep it nice and tight. If we want to leave England later on, we can add in more leagues. We are going to disable the first transfer window. That is something I'm going to do. I want to keep with the squads as they are until January at the very least. We are going to prevent the use of in-game editor. Anything else? I don't think we need to do anything else there. That all seems fine to me, and we are going to be starting the season right at the start of the Premier League 2022-23 on the 1st of August. So let's get ourselves into the action. Here we go. So let's see how quickly this loads up. I know quite a few of you will be interested in that. But yeah, really looking forward to it this year. Of course, last year I think we did 3 seasons with Newcastle on YouTube, and then I played it as a sort of personal save after that. But it did really, really well on the channel last year, so I'm hoping for similar success this year. I'm not rushing to get videos out. I just want to experience it, and I want to bring this new sort of in-depth view of going through Football Manager and all the different decisions, and hopefully you'll enjoy that. So please do stick about. Make sure you get yourself a cup of tea or whatever for watching the videos, because I think they are going to be fairly long, pardon me. Here's our manager. Needs to possibly hit the gym, but you can just about see his nice brown shoes there in the background, but there he is, looking great. So I'm 25 now, but that it's nice to have your actual date of birth in there, which is cool. So let's use that profile. I'd quite like to experience going through and actually doing some coaching badges. That might be quite nice. So we'll go for... National C just brings us a little bit too low. I think National A license. And then... do you need Continental C at the very least to get there? Yeah, let's go for Continental C. And what do we want our attributes to be? I think we want to be a little bit more attacking than defensive. We're going to move our fitness down a little bit up on the goalkeeping. Tactical, we want a little bit mental. We'll move down. Technical, we'll move down. Shot stopping, we'll move up. Working with youngsters, 6. This all looks pretty good. Let's go for a little bit of player knowledge. People management up as well. That looks good. Right, let's move forward and start playing the game. So here we go. Into the boardroom then. So Newcastle United hire Hannard. Newcastle have today confirmed eyebrows have been raised about the appointment of the inexperienced 24-year-old, and he is sure to face plenty of questions. Hannard has put pen to paper on a 2-year deal, so we've got a 2-year deal in place, so that's important. And of course, we are replacing Eddie Howe. Right, last season we finished 11th, of course. We're entering the FA Cup at the 3rd round, entering the Carabao Cup at the 2nd round. Dan Ashworth is the director of football, and Jason Tyndall is our assistant manager. Transfer obligations, we've got Santiago Munoz out on loan. We've got Garang Kwol. He's joining us on the 1st of January, so we'll keep an eye on him. Lots of players out on loan at the moment, including Martin Dubravka, Kieran Clark, Isaac Hayden, Jeff Hendrick. Okay, and let's have a little look at the club's philosophy over the next few years, or the club vision, should we say. So sign high reputation players, that is desired. That's going to be important for us. Grow the club's reputation, that's important. Increase the commercial revenue is favoured. Working within the wage budget, however, is required, so we must do that. A 5-year plan, so end of this season, they want us to qualify for the Europa League. That is going to be a pretty tough challenge, I think, top 7 in our first season. Reach the latter stages of the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. Then, by sort of 25, 26, they want us to qualify for the Champions League positions, and want us to win a domestic cup by then. So we've essentially got 4 seasons in which to achieve that, or 5 if you want to look at the actual vision of wanting to qualify for the Champions League. So that all seems fair enough to me. Qualify for the UEFA Europa League. That's supporters ones. Get the better of our rivals if we happen to play against them. Okay, so those are both desired. So, of course, supporter confidence is something that is new this season. Amanda Staveley, I don't think we want an intra-squad friendly. We will do a press conference, and we will do a backroom meeting every fortnight. Right, let's get that saved. First save of FM22. Newcastle players in the final year of contract. So we've got John Joe Shelvey. Not entirely sure whether we'll keep that going. Loris Karius, of course, he's come in recently as a backup goalkeeper. Matt Ritchie's contract is expiring. There's lots and lots of guys that I think will be going out at the end of the season based on being dead wood and whatever. Tactical direction is required. The supporter profile update. So this is something brand new. So we've got 11% hardcore fans in there. Our core fan base is 40%. So that's in this part of the stadium. We've got the family area, then the fair weather crowd. They're especially impatient for success. Okay. Cool. Right, corporate are most interested in the stadium. And then casual, 13%. Okay. So supporters' influence on the board, low apparently. I don't believe that. Social media, 3.6 million followers. Season ticket holders, 35,000. And season ticket waiting list is 50,152 supporters, which of course is pretty much the capacity of the stadium. Club vision all looks good. We said that, so we'll accept the club vision at the moment. Nothing about our playing style, which is really good, so we'll be able to explore that and be able to work that out as we go along. The squad planner, of course, is something that's new this year, so we'll try and check that out when we can. Tactical direction is definitely required, though, so let's go and create ourselves a tactic. Now, we could do a blank slate. That would be quite nice, but I think to get us started, let's try and go with what we're expecting. Now, I do like a fluid counter-attack, so let's go for a fluid counter-attack. It's a cautious mentality. We're going to soak up pressure, basically, and then get them on the counter. I think that will look good. Other than that, potentially wing play could be something with Maxi in there. That might be something that could go quite well for us. We've got the direct counter-attack. We've got the Gegenpress as well. I don't think I want to go Gegenpress. I'd quite like something else. Vertical tick-attacker is something we could work towards. That might look quite nice on the eye. And potentially that's what we want to do, depending on what formation we go for. So let's go vertical tick-attacker. Let's start as we mean to go on. And what formation do we fancy? I think just a basic 4-2-3-1 would be good. Yeah, that looks fine, I think. Yeah, let's go with that for now. Right, confirm that. Let's move these forward. I think we want a normal 4-2-3-1. And let's just have a little idea of where we're at as a team. So Nick Pope is going to be our goalkeeper. He's looking like he wants to be a sweeper keeper on defend. Kieran Trippier, of course, is going to be our right back and club captain, probably. He can be a wing back on attack. Left back, we've got Matthew Targett. He's not too bad. Of course, Jamal Lewis is still there. Botman does play there quite a bit. Dan Burn actually plays there quite a bit as well. I think what I'd like Sven Botman and Dan Burn. Now, what foot do they use? So left foot for Dan Burn. Botman is also left foot. So we're going to have two left-footed centre-backs. That could be a bit of an issue. Yeah, that's okay. Then at left back, let's go for... Who do we want to go for? Matthew Targett. Okay. Yeah, keep him on support. Then into the midfield, of course, Bruno Guimaraes. We would love him in there, but he's injured at the moment. John Joe Shelby's injured at the moment. So we're going to have to go for Joe Willock, I think would be a good option. And he could be an he could be a Mazzala. I do like using a Mazzala. Who else are we going to have in the middle of the park? We can have Joe Linton. A ball-winning midfielder. Let's go box to box. So box to box and a Mazzala in the middle. Joe Linton and Willock there. Then on the left-hand side, we're going to have St. Maximin. Just going to check the right-hand side's not better for him. No, I think left-hand side is going to be better for St. Maximin. We're going to have him on attack to go with the supporting role of Mr. Matt Target. Alexander Isaac is going to go up top. He is going to be an advanced forward. Who are we going to have on the right? So we got Miggy. Where can Miggy go? He could go on the right as well. Is he going to be better through the middle? He's probably going to be better on the right. Inside, forward on support. And then who are we going to have in the middle there? This is our big problem. I suppose we could go Ryan Fraser on the right instead. Not fantastic. Not a long-term solution. Shadow striker there. That seems fine to me. Okay, so we have got quite a few injury problems at the moment. Callum Wilson's going to be out for a couple of months. John Joe Shelby is. Bruno is, of course. Krath is out for the season. Kieran Clark's injured, of course, out on loan. So let's put Carrius in there. Let's put Lascelles on the bench as well. Share, Dummett, Jamal Lewis. We've got lots of defenders. Longstaff in there. Matt Ritchie, Jacob Murphy, and Chris Wood. That seems fine. Let's pop down into the development centre. Let's have a look and see if there's anybody in here worth looking at. If we go on to selection, what I want is reports. Aha, the reports. There we go. So anybody decent. Elliot Anderson could be an option, so we'll move him to the senior squad. Santiago Munoz, I think he's in on loan, isn't he? Is he joining us? I don't think so. He is pretty good, though. But I think just keep him down there for now. Potentially we move him up because we don't actually have that many strikers, do we? So if we have an injury, let's get him training with the first team. Into the tactics then. We can get rid of... let's go on to reports just for now. Just try and get an idea of who's worse. Yeah, Jacob Murphy can come out of that and Elliot Anderson can go in. And that should hopefully sort us out a little bit in terms of a little bit of cover. I suppose we could do something like that. Get Elliot Anderson in there instead, and that's developing our team, getting a Geordie boy in there, or at least one of our young players that we've had come through the youth system. I know he's not literally from Newcastle. Where was he born? Whitley Bay. He was actually born in Whitley Bay, but he is declared Scottish, I believe. For now, because that's who he's played under 19 level for, or under 21. Everything else I'm kind of tempted to keep the same for now. Obviously we'll see how we get on in our match against Fulham in 7 days time, but other than that all looks good. Squad planner looks nice, so we can look at our full squad there. Let's go back. How do I go back to the original screen? There we go. So I think you can sort of add players in there. Yeah, okay. You can add youth players in there and whatever. So you can look at next season after, and it will work out contracts and that sort of thing, which I think is a really cool feature. It's something that we've been doing for years with Excel spreadsheets and what have you. But overall, yeah, looking nice so far. So I'll continue on. If anything special happens, I'll let you know. But if not, we will be here for our first match of Football Manager 2023. Well, it looks like we've already got an injury crisis on our hands. San Maximin has fractured his lower arm. Now, he could wear protective equipment and play through his injury, and we might be forced to do that. But he's such an important player. Oh my goodness. Hip injury for Elliot Anderson as well. That is crazy. Right, let's get Elliot Anderson sent there then. This could be an awful start of the season coming up here if we're not careful here. You know what? I mean, we've already got 6 players out. I think we're going to have to tell Maxi to play through his injury. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do that. Yeah. There's no I could have done about that, really. We need to have Maxi in the squad, otherwise we're going to really struggle. By the way, you'll notice I've now got the badges in. Just copied them over from last year. Let's keep going. Right, first meeting of the season then. So Dynamics overview. They've got a very good dressing room atmosphere. Let's introduce ourselves and answer any questions you might have. They're all happy. Pleased to see you in charge and hope you have a long and successful reign. Right, what do we want to do? I don't really want to make any promises, that's fine. Shut your face, Joe Linton. Europa League, that's good. Brilliant, what I wanted to hear. Latter stages of that. Good. Code of conduct. They're pretty happy. Excellent. Perfect. The player's whisperer. Okay. Got me first achievement there. The player's whisperer. They're delighted to say they react as well. Fantastic. Right, let's have a little look at dynamics then. Hopefully that will go up once we move forward. Training introduction as well. Generally, I'm going to leave it to the assistants at the start of the save at least until we get used to everything else. But we might as well do our first press conference, see if they're any different. They're usually not. Let's smile warmly. I base everything I do on hard work. Yeah, that's fine. Huge club, a massive club. Jumped at the chance. Money buys. You must be delighted to have such funds. It's nice to have the financial backing. But I think we can compete without spending the earth. Good. You've taken the step being just 24. None of us will know. But I hope it won't be. Good. Ambition is fantastic. Yes. I believe that harnessing the real foundations of this club support will be paramount. Good. I want to get to know every player. Willingness to work and impress. I have to prove them that I'm the right manager. Good. I have a long-term vision. Good. Staff and I will be meticulous in maintaining a balance. Nice. Bruno Guimaraes. Absolute dream. I can make an informed decision. Honestly, I don't think Jamal will be. How do I do this? I don't want to. No comment. Hands-on approach. It's fine. I can't be bothered. Right, end press conference. There we go. Just as boring as usual, really. Right, let's get ourselves into our first match. I'm absolutely delighted to now be an affiliate partner with 2game.com. Use the code CGS at the checkout for a 5% discount. Right, here we are then for the Fulham match to start our season. Of course, we are going to be starting with Alex Saint-Maximin, or Alan, sorry. Anderson is going to come out of it. I think we're going to have to put Joe Linton there potentially and Sean Longstaff into the middle of the park. Manquillo comes onto the bench. Yeah, actually, I think Murphy's going to be a better option there. But yeah, injury issues already in our save, and it'll be interesting to see how we get on here. So we've got Nick Pope starting in goal, Kieran Trippier, Sven Botman, Dan Burn and Matt Targett in defence. We've then got Joe Willock and Sean Longstaff in the middle of the park with Almiron, Joe Linton and San Maximin starting behind Alexander Isaac up top. So let's get into the action. Here we go. Notable reactions. They feel confident, good. Feels confident and has a strong understanding of the formation. Dressing room doesn't agree with today's team sheet, so Munoz, Anderson's... Why is Anderson concerned? Isaac's troubled. Why? Feels the team instructions are a good match. I like this. I like this. Pleased to have been picked. Feels confident and comfortable with the team's mentality. Cool. Right, let's get into the match then. Here we go for our first match of Football Manager 2023. Here's the dressing room. Let's put our hands together and say all the best out there tonight. Have fun. Hands together. Go and make a difference. Make me proud. Here we go then. Let's get ourselves into the match. Tunnel interview. You're about to make your managerial debut. Bit giddy. Very giddy. Do you think the first goal here will be crucial? Hopeful for a strong start? Are you hopeful of a strong performance? Let's go for it then. Here we go. So there's Fulham's lineup. Mitrovic leading the line. He's going to be a very tricky customer. And of course Alexander Isaac leading the line for us. It's a bit of a weakened squad compared to what I would like to put out there. We are the very last people to play Man United in the bottom three. Some things never change. And Liverpool leading the way after beating Man United at Old Trafford 4-2 in the Premier League's opening match. That was pretty exciting. But here we go. We are into the action and we are starting once again, which will be fantastic. So here we go. None of this is actually saved compared to what I thought. We're going to keep on key highlights. And I think we want it on sideline. Lovely to know that they haven't fixed that glitch where you change these in the preferences and then it doesn't actually take effect in the game. But here we go. Trippier on the ball. It gets it to Sven Botman now. Botman forward to Willock. Now to Trippier. Trippier on this right-hand side. Can he whip it into the middle? Yes, he can. And there's Joe Linton. That almost was the perfect start to our Newcastle United career. Here we go then. Andreas into the middle. Mitrovic with the header and a good save from Nick Pope. Intense start to the match. Now, can Pope find one of our players forward? No, he can't. Isaac was not really in the best of positions there. Was that the Cordova Reed now? All the way back to Tete. Tete with the shot, and that's over the bar. So end of highlight at this Park to Craven Cottage. Here's Dan Burn then. Dan Burn on the ball. Gets it over to Kieran Trippier now. Who's going to run with it? Kieran Trippier still going down this right-hand side. Can he whip it in? He can, but it's headed away by Diop. He has Matt Targett. Oh, over the bar. Unlucky there. That could have been an interesting goal. Here's Robson on the left-hand side. Can he whip it in? Trippier's got it. Trippier now tries to switch the play towards San Maximin. Doesn't get there. That's forward to Willian. Oh, to Cordova Reed and it's in. Mitrovic has scored. Is that going to be offside? I don't think it is. Mitrovic has made it 1-0 to Fulham. And it was Tete on that right-hand side. Got it forward to Willian, who got it into Cordova Reed. Don't really know what Nick Pope was doing there. I think it might be time to berate the boys already. We'll see how this highlight goes. Dan Burn on the ball. Gets it to Target. Now to Longstaff. Back to Botman. Botman to Willock. Willock now to Kieran Trippier on this right-hand side. Back to Sven Botman. Botman on the ball. Back to Burn. Come on, let's try and get it forward. Target to Longstaff, to San Maximin. Back to Longstaff. Here's Almiron now. Almiron in and Alexander Isaac. That should have been 1-1. It was a nice little move. We moved with the times there, but ultimately not getting a great shot at goal. Robson to Longstaff. Longstaff gets it clear. He has Isaac on the ball. Nope. Oh, he's got it back. Here he goes again. Isaac pushing forward. Isaac with the shots. And that's so far wide. That's so disappointing. Right, let's berate the boys. Let's try and get them riled up a little bit here. Because we are behind. It's not the best start to the season for us, even though I think we are looking like the better team at the moment. We got 67% possession. We got more shots. Lower XG, but other than that, we are, in a pretty good position. Here's Willock. Now back to Byrne. Dan Byrne back to Botman. Botman on the ball. Back to Pope. Nick Pope on the ball to Byrne. Byrne whips it forward. Header by Robinson. Here's Polinia. Header now to Almiron. Almiron on the ball. Can he whip it in? Miguel Almiron into the middle. Here's San Maximan. Alan San Maximan, and Joe Linton scores. The new Geordie legend. Joe Linton gets it into the back of the net. And he has made it 1-1, and that is exactly what we needed to happen there. San Maximin is pretty tired, but he was the creative spark there, got it in, and Joe Linton was there. Poacher's effort, 1-1. Very much needed that there, and lovely to see Joe Linton actually so much better in this year's game than in last year's. Anyway, I think we need to point our finger and say we're not happy with the performance so far. A couple of players not quite performing to the standard expected. Would Alexander Isaac be a better... complete forward might be an idea, for somebody like him. So let's give him a change of role going into the second half. Let's see how we get on. Here we go. Come on, Newcastle. Let's see if we can grab a winner here. Nick Pope. Dan Byrne. Dan Byrne on the ball. Whips it wide to Kieran Trippier now. Kieran Trippier pushing forward on the ball. Can he do anything here? Almiron. Almiron loses it. Willock to Trippier. Kieran Trippier gets it forward, but Alexander Isaac just isn't doing anything. He's just stood still. Disappointing start for him, because I was really excited that he would score a lot of goals. Oh, my word. Speaking of which, Dakota Reed nearly busted the net there for Fulham. It's going to be Andreas into the middle. Oh, it's away by Byrne. Oh, dear. Right, Trippier into the middle now. Polinia to Joe Linton. Botman. Botman forward to Trippier. Trippier. Isaac scores! Just as I was crap talking him. Isaac was there. Trippier with the assist. And it is 2-1. And that is exactly what we wanted. Brilliant stuff from Alexander Isaac there. Trippier with the ball in. Isaac was there. 2-1 to the tune. And we are ahead. Right. So, let's go into our tactics. I think San Maximin, let's bring him off now. Let's put Ryan Fraser onto the field. We're going to go with Jamal Lewis as well at left back instead of Matt Targett. Just try and switch it up a little bit. Give certain guys a rest, because what we certainly cannot afford is players getting injured. So Almiron's going to come off. We're going to put Matt Ritchie on the right-hand side. Kieran Trippier's on a yellow card. But there's nobody that can play a right-back. That's a bit of a problem. Should have put Manquillo there, shouldn't I? Right, Alexander Isaac can come off for Chris Wood. We could put Jacob Murphy there, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Right, we've made all 5 changes. I think we needed to do that, just freshen up the team a little bit. Longstaff to Willock. Willock's had a good game. Ritchie to Willock again. Let's not lose it. Botman to Longstaff. Wood. Oh, tried to whip it wide, but Ryan Fraser's got it back now. Ryan Fraser to Willock. Loses it. Good tackle, but Willock on the ball again. Joe Willock pushing forward into the channels. Now here's Dan Byrne. Dan Byrne back to Botman. Here's Longstaff. Longstaff whips it forward to Jacob Murphy now. Jacob Murphy into the middle, and Chris Wood scores. Oh, very good from him. third goal of the day, and it is now 3-1 to Newcastle United. And you've got to say it has been a very, very nice performance from us today. Jacob Murphy with the assist. And you have to say, considering this isn't our strongest 11, this is a really encouraging start to the year. 3-1 is the lead, and that is exactly what I wanted to avoid. Of course, we've got no substitutes left, so I'm going to have to put Matt Ritchie at left back. Let's just try and sort this out a little bit. Hang on, who can play? Can anybody play right midfield out of these guys? He can, just about. Let's go Joe Linton in the middle like that. We switch him to a defensive winger. Winger on support, Joe Linton, ball winner on defend, and we now go cautious. That should be fine. We'll put him as a target forward on support, and maybe switch our tactic to go for a bit more hitting early crosses, a bit more direct with our play. See how that works out. For the final 15 minutes, touch wood, I think we should be all right. Anyway, let's just hope to bring this all down to a conclusion here. Onamar, Kazawa, Jacob Murphy cancels it out. Here's Adebayo, Diop to Mbabu. Mbabu on the ball. Is he going to shoot? Oh, he gets it across to Mitrovic, and Fulham are back in it now. Let's go very defensive for the last couple of minutes here. We are down to 10 men, and Fulham could well get us at the end here. 5 minutes of added time, but it is full time, and we get victory and 3 points on our first day in the dugout with Newcastle United, and that is exactly what we wanted to see. So 3-1, we managed to beat Fulham by, and that is the perfect start to the season. My heart was going like the clappers. Pleased to win. Couldn't help but admire his performance. Obviously, Mitrovic, fantastic player. Jamal Lewis is out for 4 weeks, so again, another injury. Isaac scores on his debut. Very, very good. And we'll send our assistant to that. Already bored of the press conferences. So, looking ahead, we've got a fairly nice August, really. We've got West Ham and Nottingham Forest coming up. And then, of course, a Carabao Cup second round. But I think we'll potentially come back for the end of August for Crystal Palace and Arsenal. And that'll be a really nice sort of double batch to get involved with towards the end of this month and push on into the next episode. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. If you have, then give it a big thumbs up down below. Don't forget that you can get involved in the FM23 Beta 2, and if you want an extra 5% off, use the code CGS at the checkout on 2game.com. It would be fantastic if we could hit 100 likes for this video, so if you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe for plenty more Football Manager content, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.